Hello, my name is Megan Hernandez, and I'm going to be interviewing Mario. He is a 36-year-old opiate addict who is trying to deal with some of his issues with family, work, and just his overall addiction. Some of the things that I'm going to be touching on are going to be the strength-based model as well as active listening. And we're going to be working through some of those issues and really focusing on listening to Mario's issues and letting him know that I'm here listening and that he can be honest and open with everything that we're talking about. Okay, so hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. And so what's your name?
Mario?
Mario? Nice to meet you, Mario.
Nice to
My
meet
name is Megan.
Nice to meet you, Mario.
Okay, so I want to start off first with you kind of looking over this agreement, just letting you know that anything that we go over here in the session is completely confidential and private. And if you have any questions, go ahead and sign right there. Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Can I offer you water or anything?
Sure.
Okay, great. So what I like to do with a lot of my clients is just kind of go over who they are and kind of what brought you here, a little bit about yourself. So you want to let me know a little bit about yourself?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm a 36-year-old.
Okay.
I reside in the city of Whittier.
Okay.
I'm a heavy machine operator, and I was sober for 5 years, and I just currently relapsed. I've probably been on the relapse for about, I don't know, a good 4 months. So I'm trying to get back to where I was 4 months ago.
Okay. And what are some of the issues that you're having now that you have relapsed?
The only real issue I have is just I don't feel like myself anymore. I'm a functioning drug addict, so I go to work every day. I do everything completely normal as a normal human being, but I'm just completely addicted to opiates.
Okay. And when did this addiction kind of take over the first time?
I was, I think, 22 years old, and I broke my back dirt bike riding. I had major surgery in my back. I had a fusion, and the doctor prescribed me Vicodin 750. But the thing was, because such a bad accident, I was on painkillers for, a good 5-6 years.
Right.
So, after that, you're very dependent on opiates because, I guess they're very addictive. So at that time, I was buying it off the street,
Okay.
which prescribed medication, and then still working, still doing everything normal, functioning, and I got in a car accident, and then again I went back to physical therapy, and I also went to go see an orthopedic surgeon, and then again they prescribed me Norco.
So it seems like there's some sort of pattern here, is that you were prescribed a certain narcotic and you became addicted and you start to kind of wean away from that and then you kind of re-injure yourself and it's a cycle that your doctor is prescribing you the same medication that kind of got you in the same situation before.
Yeah, but when you're involved in it, you don't really look at it that way.
Right.
You're just looking at it as you need your medication, and just because it's from a doctor, it seems like it's okay.
Right.
But then, obviously, the doctor's not going to prescribe you the medication you want for the rest of your life. So I had to find something cheaper because street drugs are very expensive. So I jumped to heroin. Never shot it, I just smoked it, but I smoked 8 bags a day to 10 bags a day.
Wow.
So next I wasn't dependent on pills. It was street
Something
level heroin.
serious.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so how is your home life? Are you married? Do you have kids?
I am married. I don't have kids. I have 2 dogs. Um, at the time when I was using heroin, me and my wife didn't have a relationship, but now we do, and that's what's scaring me because now that I'm relapsed, I'm hiding it again because, as you could see, I'm a functioning drug addict, but eventually it catches up to you, so that's why I'm seeking help.
Right. And so your overall fear is that your wife will find out about your relapse. And what exactly is the fear? Is that, if she does find out, that she would leave you, be disappointed?
Well,
Give me some of your feelings or emotions.
It's not that. It's not. It's just, it's for me because I know what type of person I am, and me being on this drug isn't who I am, so that way I wouldn't be able to act like myself. And obviously she's going to find out, and already once I've been to rehab detox. I didn't spend too long in there, it was only about a month, and about 7 days in detox, but I don't know, I thought that was enough, but I guess it wasn't. So now it just, makes me feel really weak, and I feel like I'm a strong person, and if I show any kind of vulnerability to myself, I think I would just keep on using the drug, and the relationship with my wife would just be no more relationship, and I love my wife, and I couldn't be where I'm at or who I am without her, so I think I'd just be absolutely lost.
So you value your relationship with your wife a lot. That's something that's extremely important to you.
Absolutely. 100%.
Something that's really, really up there with the most important.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So what are some things that you think or some steps that you can take to maybe kind of conquer this, or not even just kind of conquer it, but kind of get through and start that road kind of back to recovery? What are some things that worked for you in the past that you think that you can maybe implicate this time?
Well, I did a lot of meditating, praying, exercising, keeping my mind busy. But, people aren't perfect, so I've tried all that, and now that's why I'm coming to you, because none of it's really working now.
So some things that did work were meditation and exercise and prayer. So those are some things that really you want to really focus strongly on this time, because they seem to work in the past. Even though you've tried, are there any other maybe meditation programs or things that make you happy in that meditation? What exactly are some places that you can go in order to experience, a good meditation area or a place that's safe for you?
There's a lot of places. Let's see. In Uptown, there's a Hypnosis Institute.
Okay. Have you tried that?
I have.
And how was the outcome of that?
It's good. It's good. I recommend it to a lot of people.
Are you still continuing to go, or did you kind of step back a little bit?
I backed away from it.
Was that because, give me some reasons of why you kind of stepped back from that if it was so helpful.
Well, it just seems like where I'm at right now, I couldn't get to the place where I should be during meditation, so.
You were a little discouraged.
A little discouraged, a little not focused, and in order for that to work, you need to be very focused.
Right.
And there's so much stuff going on in my life, not just with me, but with my family, that it just doesn't keep me in line.
And I hear you talk about your family. Is your family supportive? Do they know about your addiction in the first place or your relapse?
Presently, no, they do not. I don't really want to let them know or let them down because I've been doing really well. So no, not really. I think my wife should know because my last rehab, she was very supportive, and she was there for me a lot. So is my family, but again, I just don't want to feel like I let them down.
So you really trust your wife in the knowing that she loves you and she's supportive of you. And I definitely think that being open with her is definitely something that's important, because I think maybe that would allow you to clear your head a little bit and not have so much on your head, where you can go in and do some of this meditation, your prayer, the exercise, and in addition to that might, help you work through that. One thing I like to do is, what if you woke up one day and you didn't feel that addiction? You didn't feel that need to use. What would your life be like?
I would be free. I wouldn't be, I wouldn't be, I guess, a slave to a substance, which that's what it feels like.
And that ultimately, that's what you're looking for, is that ultimate freedom of just not being able to have to depend on something, and
Right.
really just feeling open with your life and
Right.
the things that you do and the relationships that you have.
And just, well, yeah, absolutely. And just like the first time, I thought I was gonna be able just to do it here and there, and it doesn't end up that way. I just, you just keep on wanting to feel that high, and now I pretty much use it to feel normal.
Right.
It doesn't get me high anymore. It's just that way I don't get sick. So.
Is this something that you really want to stop? I mean, it seems like your family and your wife are so important to you that you are really, really active in trying to get this over and move on with the rest of your life. I can definitely give you some resources so you can try to focus on that.
Absolutely.
I do have some meditation courses and classes that have come highly recommended that I can go over with you, and we'll work on that and maybe talk about some exercise regimes that you found helpful in the past. And then every week we'll kind of check in and see, how you're doing with those. How does that sound?
That sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds
All
really
right.
good.
Well, I'm so glad that you came in.
So glad to meet you.
Okay. Good to meet you too.
Thank
Take
you for
care,
the
and I'll
help.
see you
Thank you.
next week.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
Sounds good.